Alright, today I'm going to show you how I installed this Jackery DC-DC charger to my Jackery 1000 V2. I was kind of worried about how I was going to put it on the back of the seat here. That's where I want this Jackery 1000, but I was looking at it and I'm like, ooh, maybe I could put this little bungee cord here. So anyways, here's the unboxing. Comes with a user manual, hardware. There's our power cable. I think it's like 16 feet long. Positive and negative. We got our fuse, a 60 amp. We gotta crack that open and then attach it to the positive. There's our accessory cable, and that's the charging cable to the other Jackery 1000. Alright, I had to look under here and find this grommet. This is a 2017 Dodge Grand Caravan. So anyways, through the firewall here by the brake pedal, and I'm like, is it squishy enough? Can I fit this through here? And yeah, it actually feels like it is. And it was. Alright, here's the other view from the engine. You come down here, it's hard to see if I can get down there, but yeah, I did end up actually just using my little tester light. It's so sharp and I just punctured it back and forth from the inside. I'll show you later about that. Alright, our fuse box. This is where I was checking for power. We got M6, M7, both 20 amp, but you're looking for that accessory ACC in brackets. You see that there? I think that was M26. I'll show you here. Right. That's this 20 amp fuse right there. So when you put power on with a key, that'll turn on. I had to buy this Boostman fuse tab. So I need to connect that accessory cable to this in that fuse accessory part there. So you'll put a 7.5 amp fuse on the top where that red cable comes out, and then the 20 amp that comes from there. So we just got to test the polarity here, the negative or positive, where the power's coming from, and it looks like it's right there. The position does matter on that fuse tab, so. This is how I connected it here. I actually had to poke it through and make it, kind of just used a knife and made a little tiny hole, so it's pretty good. Anyways. Oh, this is when I'm poking through the grommet. After I poked through, I used a sharp, they say to use like a fishing line kind of thing. This came from work. It's a lockout wire, so, and it worked perfect. I just had to like poke it through after it, and eventually it did. It was stiff enough it went through, so perfectly, I think. So that's how I'm going to attach that to the power cable and the accessory cable. So I taped them up to that lockout cable, and then I was able to pull it through, which is awesome. This is our final setup here. There's our 60 amp fuse going to the positive, there's the negative all around. We got our accessory cable into the fuse box, and I'll try to see through the grommet of the firewall here again. At the very bottom, you can see it. There we go. Okay, so it did work. It actually pulled through really good too. So it went up around the brake pedal, back on the side underneath the door. I had to pull off these little plastic panels. They're super easy to pull off actually. So, and then I looked under there. There's just enough space to get that. So I was worried about it, but then it popped it right through there. Yeah, so this is what I came up with the mount of it. It was like worried that I'd have to drill into the seat, but I just put a bungee cord on the back of a cedar plank and put it on, and it works great. That's where it comes out at the bottom there, and that worked good too. It can't even, doesn't move around. So again, there's a grommet. Down through here. All the way up there, and then it pokes right out there. And like, you can't even see it. It works. Doesn't move around, squeak. It's good. Again, here's the nice strong bungee cable. Like, clamped in there. And that actually makes it so that it's really nice and stable, absorbs any bumps. Okay, here is the moment of truth. Let's see if all of this pays off. Start it up. Check it out. Oh yeah, she charging. Oh, 399, 397, 406. It's gonna settle down to 400, so great, works awesome. That's super beneficial, actually. I kept popping my fuse with this one that went to the cigarette lighter that was pulling only 100 watts, so looks pretty sick, eh? Works perfect there. Yeah. So, yeah, I didn't have to drill any holes in the back there. It holds really well. It doesn't flop around. I think it's great.